Welcome back to the Ruddy Duck channel. We are a channel that takes small sailboats on big adventures. This week we are back at one of our favorite lakes in North Idaho, Lake Oreille. Lake Oreille is Idaho's largest lake. At 42 miles long with over 110 miles of coastline, it is also the deepest at over 1,000 feet deep. In fact, it is the 5th deepest lake in the country. In part 1 of our trip, we sailed away from the boat launch in Idahos Bay and headed around the corner, approximately 10 to 12 miles to one of our favorite anchorages at Whiskey Rock. There, we catch and cook our dinner and have some great sailing. The following morning, we go across the lake to Evans Landing, swim in the deepest part of the lake, and play on a really fun rope swing. But without further ado, let's get to part 2 of our trip. After hanging out and playing on the rope swing at Evans Landing, it was time to sail back to our safe anchorage across the lake while we still could. There was a storm moving in with forecasted wind gusts into the 40s, and this was no place to be when it arrived.
Hold on for better days. Let her pass the in the shadow. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter.
All right, so we're sailing back to Whiskey Rock. We got just the main up. It's blowing almost 20, 25. It's gusting up to 25 for sure, close to 30. So we've been kind of running the jib up and down as we see fit, but it's pretty wild, gusty, just inconsistency. Trying to make it back to safety. There's definitely a storm coming in, high winds. We got another half hour to sail and we'll be tucked in a nice anchorage. So, yeah, when we get there, just fine. Yep.
Feel and grow. These days come to life like a river keeps on winding. We know this is our time. Keep the memories that we find.
We were able to sail back to Whiskey Rock without any problems. It was only about 4 miles, with winds gusting into the 20s, but the West White Potter and the Newport16 made it just fine. We situated the boats on the sandy beach, as it offered more privacy and is more stable if waves pick up. All that was left to do now was enjoy our beautiful surroundings and wait in anticipation for the storm we knew was on the way. Mornings are some of my favorite times while camping on the boats. Sometimes I can sit in silence with a cup of coffee and watch the world around me. I almost fall into a meditative state where all other thoughts are absent and I focus only on what is happening around me. Sometimes they are big things, and sometimes they are more subtle. Slowing down and noticing the things that I would normally not pay attention to helps me to reset in a way. I am reminded that I am a part of this amazingly complex world, and I am thankful for every experience. Well, the waves weren't going to get smaller anytime soon, so we thought we might as well just head right into them.
Trust me, they're getting it too.
Sailing pretty good right now, just the main up. We're speeding into it. Good sized waves. I think it's blowing around 15, gusting up higher, much higher. Doesn't look like it, but it definitely is. These mines were an early part of the bustling business of producing lime and concrete. Around 1912, the Spokane Portland Cement Company built these structures to extract ore containing lime. The miners would ferry the ore across a lake to Bayview, where there were many lime kilns. Once the lime was refined, it was loaded onto train cars and shipped around the Northwest to be used in concrete and agricultural purposes. During the Great Depression, the Portland Cement Company went out of business and the ruins have sat ever since. Well, we already faced the largest waves we've ever encountered on these small but mighty vessels. Now it was time to try our hands at some very high winds.
Hold on, they're going over.
Eventually, the winds got so high that we lost control and had to pull the sails down. Once we made it back intact and alive, we decided to celebrate by having a meal at our favorite restaurant in Bayview.